a.k.a. Jesus Clark, and the Indiana Fever suffer a 1-point loss today as the WNBA regular season comes to an end tonight. Christy Wallace was the leading scorer. Sheryl Swoopes is still jealous and she sounds like a hater again. Renee Montgomery is officially a goofy. New WNBA expansion has been announced. We're going to talk about that and more right after the intro.
It has now become the largest attended game in WNBA history.
Breaking more records. Breaking more records. Breaking more records. Another record. White Jesus for the 3. White Jesus. And for people who don't know, that 3 was she now has 122 on the year, which gives her the second most in a single season in WNBA history, as she surpassed, guess who? Diana Taurasi. What's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode tonight. Oh my goodness, the WNBA regular season has come to an end, and what a ride this has been. What a ride this has been. But I'll tell you what, with that record that White Jesus set tonight, you can't get script writers to write this in even better, any better. The fact that White Jesus passed Diana Taurasi for the most 3-point made in a season, reality is here. Reality is here, and it's here for you, Diana. What a way to end the season for Jesus. My goodness, I wish I could be a fly on the wall when this news reached Diana Taurasi. My goodness. What's up, everybody? What's up, PP? What's up, Loyalty 55? Rhonda Stewart. Jade. What's up, guys? How are we feeling? How are we feeling after the game tonight? How are we feeling? I'll tell you what. I never thought I'd be sitting here saying Christy Wallace was a leading scorer. My goodness, Christy Wallace ended this game. Where is she? I think I took, here she is. Uh-oh. Not that yet. That's a special announcement. Christy Wallace ended this game. I mean, we got to point it out, folks. We got to point out Christy Wallace. Where are we at? Christy. I think she had 17 points. 17 points, if I'm not mistaken. Christy Wallace ended the game with 17 points, 4 rebounds. It's hard to find because, you know, even the internet server is like, Christy, what? 17? The internet server is messing up to find her stats in there this high. Christy Wallace has 17 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and she shot 75% from the field. She went 3 for 4 from the three-point line. Now, it's too late in the season, Christy. I can't tell you to go get a steak. You did good. I can't tell you that, Christy. It's too late in the season. Playoffs is in 48 hours, okay? The only thing I'm hoping, congratulations on your game, Christy, but the only thing I'm hoping is that Christy Size doesn't start getting any ideas. Christy, don't you start thinking, I know you saw this game tonight and said, you know what? I know what I can do. Maybe, I don't put it past Christy Size to start her next game. No. You shut your pie hole. No, Christy. Don't you get any ideas. It was a fluke tonight. That's all it was. Nothing more, nothing less. It starts and stops there. Don't start thinking, Christy. Don't you start. And anyone else out there is saying, Christy Wallace, oh my gosh, she's good. Why hasn't she been playing? Shut your pie holes. You shut your pie hole. Don't start thinking anything. We've seen it in the beginning of the season. If you haven't been watching her all season, good for you. You saved yourself a headache. But I promise you, this is not a reflection of nothing. Nothing. Thank you for the super chat, Bad Phil. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, I'm telling you now, Fever fans have had enough a long time ago. Her and that braid. She's been X'd off. Nobody get any ideas. This game tonight was a fluke. It didn't matter if somebody from the audience went down and played. Did it matter? Did it matter? This does not matter. Okay? I could have went out there and had 10 points. Me. We don't need Christy getting any ideas. None. Now, one good thing about this game, though, it was good to see, Grace Berger. I really wish she could have hit that shot in the end. But, I mean, she hasn't played since the season started, really. So, to have to get in the game and hit a game-winning shot, but it was good to see Grace Berger get some minutes. Did Victoria Saxton play? I'm going to be honest. I was in and out this game. I'm just going to be completely honest. Did Victoria Saxton play? Oh, she did. She had 5 points. So it's good to see Victoria Saxton out there. I really, really hope this game was a motivation booster for Nalissa Smith. Because my goodness, she has been stinky. So going into the playoffs, I hope this was a confidence booster. Nalissa, we're stuck with you starting. So please take this momentum into the playoffs on Sunday. Now, speaking of the playoffs, guys, the games have been announced. Christy, sayonara. It's good. You had a good season. Sayonara. Here is a look at the playoffs. Okay, guys. So, it is official. The Indiana Fever in round 1 of the playoffs will be against the Connecticut Sun. Okay. Round 1, they will play in Connecticut for the first games, but it will be against the Connecticut Sun. Now, I don't know if this is good or bad news for Nalissa Smith. I don't know, but that's who we're playing. Okay. Vegas and Seattle will face off in round 1. Phoenix and Minnesota will face off in round 1, and then you're going to round out with New York Liberty and Atlanta. Chicago Sky fans, I'm sorry. Your season's over. I think Chicago lost by about 30 plus points tonight. My goodness, what a way. They lost 54-87 tonight, Chicago. Hopefully you guys can go back to the drawing board and figure this thing out. I flipped to that game and it was awful. Awful. They were out there playing like, oh, who cares? Who cares? Nonetheless, though, that's what we're looking like in the playoffs, guys. Indiana and Connecticut. Indiana and Connecticut, okay? And honestly, I think Indiana has Connecticut's card. I think Indiana can beat Connecticut. I mean, you just have to stop Alyssa Thomas with her no shoulders. Alyssa Thomas can't shoot. She doesn't even have any shoulders. Dejanay is going to do whatever she can to get in Alyssa Smith's head. So hopefully they put Alyssa Smith in a padded room where she don't have any Wi-Fi access or phone access. The only time you come out, Alyssa, is for practice and you go back into that room. We don't need you talking to Dejanay. We need you to focus, Alyssa. We got points to prove and agendas to push. Okay, we're trying to get past the first round of the playoffs, Alyssa. So you gotta focus, okay? I know when the playoffs and this schedule came out, you said, pick your head up. You're in the playoffs. You didn't get there last year, Alyssa. Pick your head up and you focus, okay? You shut your pie hole and you focus. And if you don't want to play, get out of my town. Get out of town. Now, and the other main concern about playing Connecticut is keeping the players safe. Because you know, Alyssa Thomas likes to go out there and play rugby. So if anything, I'm glad the bench was able to get in the game tonight because you might be needed in the playoffs playing with Alyssa, playing with her. But we need you to focus, Alyssa, now. The whole team, focus. Alyssa, you focus. Don't talk to Dejanay. Aaliyah Boston, you put your gospel music on and you focus. White Jesus, you focus. Christy, you just let White Jesus run the show. We got agendas to push and points to prove. Just get past the first round. Seriously. So again, not much to say from tonight's game, guys. Tonight's game didn't matter if they won, didn't matter if they lost. It was one of those games you just played for pride. You know, very scary when Kelsey Mitchell went down. You know, I almost jumped through the screen and grabbed Christy. Christy! And it wasn't even Christy side's fault. But at that point, I said, Christy, get my starters off this floor. Get them off the floor. You don't want anyone of the starters getting hurt against this team. Get them off the floor. Seriously. Seriously. Get my starters, get my girls off the floor. Now, listen, this is the game you can play all game since you complain about your playing time, but you get my girls off the floor right now. Shut your pie hole and get my girls off the floor before they get hurt. Sorry, girls don't care about who they hurt. Everyone knows the rule. When you're good in basketball, you be careful who you play when you go to like a Planet Fitness or LA Fitness or you go and play pickup. Sorry people don't care. You get hurt when you play with sorry people, and that's what Washington was tonight. They stink. Seriously. They stink. You get my girls off the floor with them. Guys, it's a special announcement, special announcement that I'm going to go to after the highlights. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Who is this? Lauren. Thank you so much for the 50. I really appreciate it, Lauren. Thank you so much. Lauren says, I don't trust double agent number 1. I don't trust Nalissa no further than if I could throw her. I don't trust her. My spirit does not align with Nalissa Smith. It doesn't align. Everything about her says snake to me. She's probably literally emailing Dejanay Carrington the scout report and the plan. Not that Christy probably has game plans, but I wouldn't be shocked if Nalissa was emailing it right over to Dejanay. Here you go. Here you go, sweetie. I don't trust her. Seriously, get her out of town. I mean, at the second that buzzer goes off and this team season ends, I want Nalissa Smith bags packed. Packed like you're going on a cruise. Pack them. And don't you come back. Got to deal with her for the playoffs. So you focus, Nalissa. You focus. Seriously. All right. So I pulled a few highlights from the game today, guys, just because this is a sports show. We do highlights here as well. I want to take a look at some highlights. After the highlights, I want to announce a very, very special announcement, and I'll give you a clue. You're looking at it right now. So I'm going to announce, give you a special announcement. I want to talk about Sheryl Swoopes. She's looking like a hater. Again, Renee Montgomery has officially jumped on the goof train. Britney Griner is beating people up again after people got you free. Britney Griner. We're going to talk about her, talk a little bit more about the playoffs, okay? So let's go ahead and look at some of the highlights from tonight, okay? Grace Berger, it was so good to see Grace tonight. It was so good to see again Katie Lou tonight. I never thought that I'd be saying this, but here we are. Here we are. I'm going to play it again. I never thought in a million years that I would be on this show saying this, but good drive, Christy Wallace. Good shot, Christy Wallace. White Jesus comes off the pick. Good pass. That's what we need. No, let's stop. That is what we need. You keep doing that. That's how you shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot. Need that, Aaliyah? Need it. White Jesus, what a pass. How did she see that? Look at this pass. White Jesus. Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. So those were some fun plays from the game tonight, guys. Again, they ended up losing by 1 point, 91 to 92. And just to give you guys some stats really quick, we went over Christy Wallace, but I mean, hey, it must be snowing in Texas right now because she had 17 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. Nalissa Smith had 16 points, 5 rebounds. Katie Lou had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Katie, I know Christy is going to play you in the playoffs. I know she is, Katie. You take this momentum into the playoffs, and when your name is called, that's how you shoot. That's how you shoot. White Jesus ended the game, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. I'm going to be honest, White Jesus looked like she was ready for the game to be over. White Jesus was playing like, look, can you just play the bench? Can we get this over with? That's how White Jesus was playing. Erica Wheeler has been solid lately. Another thing I didn't think I would be saying, Erica Wheeler is playing well. 7 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, 1 steal. Aaliyah Boston, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. And Damaris Dantes, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Victoria Saxton, 5 points, 5 minutes. And Kelsey Mitchell, as you guys know, she went down in the first quarter, but it is reported that she's fine. She actually tried to go back in the game, and Christy did something right and told her no. So Kelsey Mitchell ended the game with 4 points, and Grace Berger had 2, Timmy had 8, and Lexi Hall 0 points. Lexi, I hope she figured this out going into the playoffs. I'm confident that she will, though. Confident that she will, okay? Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Charlie says, There's no way Smith and Carrington can go all out against each other during the game and then go home and I'm not going to say the other part out loud because this is a family-friendly show. This is not the W360 After Dark. But I agree. I agree, Charlie. I mean, I don't know how these girls are just it's just humping and hooping. Hooping and humping. That's it. Just hooping and humping. Get this out of my town. Get it out of my town. Seriously. It was another. Sade, thank you for the super chat. Agree with Lauren. Thank you for the super chat. I didn't see what Lauren said. All right. Now, before we get into Sheryl Swoopes being a hater, special announcement. The merch line is here. Guys, the website is here. The website is here. Okay. You can now shop your W360 merch. The website is www.shopthew360.com. The description will be in the link will be in the description. Okay. I think it's in there now. But www.shopthew360.com. Okay. So the shirts or the merch that is up now are the Shut Your Pie Hole shirts. Please, if you can, support the show. Copy your shirt. It's the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Shut Your Pie Hole. Okay. Those are, that's the shirts that are available right now. I will be adding White Jesus shirts. Actually, I plan to have those up on the site probably by Sunday. So I will be launching White Jesus shirts. I will be launching Deal With It. Different things that are said during the show, guys. The merch line is here. Okay? They will sell fast. I can tell you that now. So visit shopthew360.com. All right? That's just a screenshot of the homepage. Shopthew360.com. Okay? Thank you again to everyone for your support. I am so grateful. Thank you to anyone who's going to support the show and cop a shirt or two or three. However many you want. Go buy them up, guys. Go buy them up, okay? And for the first the first three people to buy a shirt, I will include something extra in your package, okay? Next episode, I will announce the first three purchases, the names, okay? First three people, I will throw something extra personally from me in your shipment, okay? ShopTheW360.com. Make sure you copy your merch, okay? Allison Joy, are they soft? Yes, I am wearing it right now. Yes, they are. They fit well. They're very soft. They smell good. Yes, I have mugs. I'm doing it just a little at a time, guys. A little at a time. This is my first merch line. So I want to see how the shirts do, but I definitely soon I'll have mugs, bracelets, stickers, laptop, all bumper stickers. It's just a lot of ideas, a lot of things I have lined up to drop on the website. So we're just starting out small now just to see what works, things like that. So definitely a lot more merch coming. Not more merch coming soon, okay? A lot more merch coming soon. I'm totally going to buy a White Jesus shirt. I just won't wear it outside because it might looking funny as a white woman and people don't know the reference on W360. People know White Jesus. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. It'll have her face on it though. Mugs, yes. Monica said Lexi needs to attack the basket. Yeah, I think I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I think Lexi is going to figure it out. I do. I think Lexi is going to figure it out. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kelly Marie says, so exciting watching you after each Fever games. Can't wait for the playoffs. I will be getting a shirt. Please autograph. Big fan of yours. Okay. All right. I have a couple that I'm autographing. I know, Lauren, I'll definitely be signing yours. Kelly, yes, I will definitely autograph it for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so, it means the world. Thank you so, so much. Merchwear, shopthew360.com. Okay, shopthew360.com. Shopthew360.com. All right. Here we go again. Here we go again. My goodness. Sheryl. I mean, talk about a person who needs enemies when you have people like Sheryl Swoopes. Sheryl. She's at it again. Sheryl, what? I mean, I've asked this before, but what did Caitlin Clark do to you? Sheryl? I mean, my goodness, it seems like you had a pretty successful life. You had your own shoe. You were successful in the league, yet you just can't get over yourself. Now look, go and Google Sheryl Swoopes' name right now. You're not going to see the amazing things that you did when you played Sheryl. You're going to see just a bunch of articles describing how you are a hater, girl. So if you didn't know, Sheryl Swoopes is under fire again because she can't seem to stop talking about Caitlin Clark. She can't seem to stop talking about her. At this point, I think Sheryl is just, I think she herself believes some of the stuff she says, but she has to just be clout chasing. Clout chasing. So long story short, Sheryl Swoopes was on the Gilbert Arenas podcast, and the conversation came up as to if Caitlin Clark has been dominant this year. Everybody that has been watching the league this year, Sheryl, knows that White Jesus has been dominant. Sheryl, what are you talking about? You're exposing yourself as a hater. I mean, you're being exposed worse than the Diddy parties. You look like a hater, Sheryl. I'm going to play a little bit of what Sheryl Swoopes had to say about White Jesus. I think this clip is about 3 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole clip, or it's not that long, but I'm going to play what she said, and let's talk about it.
If we say her stats are today, what, 20 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's crazy.
But 5.6 turnovers.
Those are hell of a numbers.
But to me, that's not dominating.
Yeah, it's only not dominating because she's a rookie.
Now,
If she's putting up.
Sorry about that. So, Sheryl, what do you mean she's not dominating? Sheryl, what does that say about you? So let's take a look at it, Sheryl. During one of her MVP seasons, Sheryl, you averaged 20 points per game, 3 assists per game, 6.3 rebounds a game, and you shot 58% from the floor. White Jesus is averaging 19 points per game, 8.4 assists per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and she's shooting 58% from the floor. So literally, White Sheez's stats are extremely similar to yours. So what does that say about you, Sheryl? What does that say about you? All three of your MVP seasons, you averaged 20 points per game, 18 points per game, and then 18.6 points per game. So in 2 of your MVP seasons, White Sheez's is outscoring you. So what does that say about you? Sheryl, you look crazy. You look crazy, Sheryl, but I figured this out. I think I've gotten to the bottom of it when it comes to Sheryl Swoopes. I think I've nailed it. Sheryl, it just bothers. It just irritates your black heart. It irritates that black heart that this white girl has shattered your records like a broken glass, and she's wearing the same number as you. She's the new 22, Sheryl. Deal with it. Embrace it, Sheryl. Records are made to be broken. What did you think? You was going to hold your record forever? That's what you thought? Forever? And now if we're being honest, you trying to downplay White Sheez's record, but she's playing against better competition than you were playing against. Back then when you played, Sheryl, the women you played against, you probably worked at an ice cream stand part-time. And they played in the WNBA on the side. If we're being honest, White Sheez's is playing against better competition than when you played. Now there's a new 22 in town. Deal with it, Sheryl. Deal with it, sweetie. But it just hurts your black heart that it's a white girl that plays the same position as you, very similar to you, and has passed you. You just can't stand it, can you, Sheryl? You can't handle the truth. You can't handle it, Sheryl. That white girl from Iowa has you out here looking like a fool. Your black heart can't handle it. Sheryl, it's just basketball. It's just basketball, Sheryl. You can't sit and say White Sheez's isn't dominating when she's scoring more points than you've scored. Seriously, White Sheez's is here to stay. Deal with it, Sheryl. Deal with it, sweetie. Now, I'm tired of your hooting and hollering, Sheryl. You've carried on with this mess all season. You cut it out. You cut it out, Sheryl. You've ruined the last bit of your legacy. You've ruined it. I'm going to take my East Bay magazine that I used to look at and circle your shoes that I couldn't afford, and I'm going to burn it. Because you can't deal with it. What's wrong, Sheryl? Sheryl! Best Swoopes. Seriously, Sheryl has to cut this out. Now this is getting ridiculous. There's another passenger that then jumped on the goof train. Renee Montgomery. I mean, what is going around in the water now? What's happening? What's happening? Sheryl, Renee, the other Sheryl. What's the problem? This is the best season that the WNBA has seen, and you have Renee Montgomery who has came out and spewed some more nonsense. Nonsense. So Renee Montgomery, okay, this was random, comes out and calls herself calling out Caitlin Clark fans and saying that they're racist. I'm going to play a clip. I have the clip here, guys, and then I'll come back and talk about it. I want you guys to hear, just in case if you haven't heard, I want you guys to hear what Renee Montgomery has came out to say. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing because I think this clip actually is like a few minutes, but I'm going to just play a little bit of it.
Cannot be a representation of what the WNBA would cannot be a representation of what the WNBA would want in their league. This is our league. This was built, like, I feel like as a women's basketball story myself, I've been watching since I was 5. I was here before the league started. As a lot of the fans on social media feel the same. That ain't a representation of us. Y'all not like us. They not like us, okay? So please don't confuse me saying motivated by hate by meaning hating on a team the way a normal die-hard fan would. For instance, let me just give you some examples. A die-hard Falcons fan can hate the Saints, but they would be going a little bit too far if they created new AI pictures of Saints players and then sent them to the Saints players' families. That's what Caitlin stands have done to Angel Reese. A die-hard Tennessee Vols fan could have hated our UConn Huskies, but they would have been going way too far if they sent death threats to the UConn players. And that's what they've done. That's what Caitlin stands have done. A die-hard Celtics fan could hate the Lakers. And you know what? If we're being honest, that Celtics fan base has definitely gone too far with some of their racist remarks and their treatment of players. It's not okay. It's okay to be a hater in sports. Like hating in sports is a part of the game. Like, I like when our fans are so engaged and so passionate that they just don't like the other team. But being racist, sexist, and violent with your words, come on now, what are we doing? Come on now, that's not acceptable. I mean, honestly, imagine if one of the stands said the things that they were saying. What if they said it to your daughter, your wife, your cousin, your sister? Folks might be ready to fight, okay? So Caitlin, unfortunately for her, this is a group that is attached to her, not her asking this group to follow. It seems that they found a home in this fan base, thinking that that's where it was. But recently, some things have shown where Caitlin recently liked a post by Taylor Swift, and it was supporting.
I've heard enough. Renee, you sound like a fool. You sound like an absolute fool. And this is just yet another person who's, I guess, don't watch other sports. What do you mean? That's what fandom is, especially sports fandom. You played at UConn, Renee. You know how your fan base is. People know how Boston Celtics fan base is. I don't know, Renee. You call yourself a co-owner. Mind you, this is a co-owner of the Atlanta Dream Team, and I'm using the word co-owner very loosely. Okay? People, she loves to run around here and say, I'm a co-owner of the team. I'm a co-owner. Renee, you literally own like this much of the team. That doesn't count. You're not like a Cowboys owner or something. You sent the team $2 and then they said, hey, okay, cool, you're a part owner of the team. Okay? I can't buy a room or rent this apartment and say, yeah, I own the complex. No, Renee, at this point, you're renting. So again, using the word co-owner very loosely. I mean, it's this big what you own. Okay, you can't buy a team, Renee. You played in the WNBA when no one but me was watching. But again, you sound like a fool. Has anybody asked some of the stuff that has been said to white Jesus? I know you've seen the memes since you care so much about fandom and bullying online. Have you seen some of the memes that's been made about white Jesus? These aren't just you're literally categorizing an entire Caitlin Clark fan base, calling them racist and they're not like us. They're not like us. You're right, they're not like you, Renee, because your team doesn't have fandom. The Atlanta Dream doesn't have fandom. You're right. You have no idea what it's like to own a team that has fandom and stands and trolls. Because the only reason I like some of the players on Atlanta Dream, so I'm not even going to go in on them. But Renee, if you care so much, why didn't you speak up when Gabby Marshall received death threats? After the UConn game, when she legally got the call at the end of the game. The UConn and Iowa game. Why didn't you step up and say something then? Gabby Marshall literally had to delete her social media because she was getting death threats from your alma mater. Why didn't you say something then, Renee? Why didn't it matter then? Oh, you only care because a couple of trolls on social media was acting like trolls. That's what they are. They're trolls. They're social media trolls. Has anybody asked Sabrina Ionescu how much she got bullied last season and this season? What about Breanna Stewart? She has had to hear the entire year since last year that she didn't deserve MVP. I was one of the ones saying it on the platform. She shouldn't have got MVP. I still stand by that. But do you care about their mental health? Do you care about Caitlin Clark's mental health? You know how many people call her names and say she looks like a man? Not everyone is online calling her white Jesus. They literally make fun of Caitlin Clark all the time. You don't care about that, do you? And my thing is, if this fan base was so bad, why would you move your only 2 games this season that you had to move out of your 3,000-seat arena to Phillips Arena to make room for more Violet Fever fans? Why would you do that, Renee? They can't be that violent if you moved your game to an even bigger arena to allow even more. More violence. Here you go. Come to a bigger place. It doesn't make sense. You sound goofy. Goofy. It just hurts y'all's black hearts. It hurts y'all's black hearts that y'all can't take it. Both of you can't take it. You both look goofy. You're not making sense. Now I'm going to tell you loud and proud. White Jesus is here to stay. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say, Sheryl, Renee. It definitely doesn't matter what you say. White Jesus is here to stay and deal with it. Seriously. Seriously, someone said that. Michelle said, not a timeshare. I mean, I've kept quiet. I'm proud of people. But now that you've come out like a goofy, Renee, let's just be honest. You're not really an owner. You're not an owner. You own a pin drop, a ballpoint pin drop of the Atlanta Dream. I can't think of his name. What's the she's walking around like what's this guy? What's that guy's name that owned the Cowboys? What's his name? The old white guy. She's walking around like she's him or something. You own about as much of the Atlanta Dream as me. Jerry Jones. Yeah, she thinks she's Jerry Jones. You're not. You're Renee Montgomery, a certified goofy. Never thought I'd see the day, Renee. Never thought I'd see the day that you turn into a goof. But these are the times we're living in. Seriously, look at them. Look at them. You can just see the bitterness in their faces. You can see the bitterness in their faces. BFM 770. BFM says she's trying to sell her shares like it's a timeshare. Y'all are crazy in this chat. I'm catching some of y'all comments. Y'all are crazy. And I like Renee at UConn. I liked her on when she played in Atlanta. I was a fan of Renee Montgomery. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. But my goodness, Goofy doesn't look good on you, Renee. It doesn't look good on you. I know a lot of people are sensitive about Britney Griner. But I'm not going to be. Britney! I think the last thing you should be doing is trying to fight someone. Britney? So this week, Britney, in the game against the LA Sparks, she trying to beat up on people again. Now, Britney, we've seen you throughout the years beat up on people. We've seen, you have had a ride, Britney. My goodness. Okay? The American people all came together to pray for you when you took drugs into another country and you were locked down picking plants on a cornyard somewhere out in Russia, begging people to pray for you to come home, and you come home and you try to beat up on one of our favorite rookies? Go back! Now, what is Britney Griner's problem? She's tried to fight Aaliyah Boston. What are you so angry about? You're free. You're free, Britney. by Excel. And everyone came together to raise awareness for you and bring you back. The president got out of his bed. He didn't know what was going on. He just went and they just did what they told him to do. But we all prayed for you to come back to America, Britney. And this is how you come back to America and behave. You try to beat up on a rookie. You try to scar her beautiful face. Why? Now, if you don't know, Britney Griner and Rakia Jackson had a slight little tussle. They had to hold her back. But Britney, Rakia's smaller than you, but if I had to pick, I would put my money on Rakia. Now, I don't know what you're smoking again, but you need to cut it out. Don't you go beating up on our pretty rookies, Britney. We like our rookies. We like Rakia, White Sheetas, Angel, Kim Brink, Alyssa. Rakia, we like them. We don't need you going giving them black eyes. You go and fight somebody who loves to fight like you. Fight Alyssa Thomas or something, but you leave our rookies alone, Britney. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you here. And when I saw this, I almost drove to LA. I just wouldn't get there in time to catch her. Here we are.
Dedicated debut at Dallas. This is her second stint with Rakia and Griner.
Look at Britney. Look at Rakia. Rakia didn't back down. You hear me?
At Dallas. This is her second stint with Rakia and Griner. Griner and Jackson needed to separate and develop very quickly. Well, we have not seen Rakia Jackson get fired up like this. So Cunningham getting involved. Natasha Cloud.
Look how angry she is.
There's Griner. She's still upset. So is Jackson. Haven't seen her get this riled up this year either.
Uh-oh. Look at the anger just oozing from her eyes. The anger just oozing from Britney's eyes. What's the problem, Britney? Are you mad because you can't have her? Is that what your problem is? So you're going to try to beat up on her and give her a busted lip and black eye and ruin her pretty face because you can't have her? These rookies aren't like y'all. They're not. They don't just go around humping and hooping. Okay? Rakia Jackson just wants to play. That's it. You let her. You shut your pie hole and you let her play. Britney? I know. You know, there's some bitterness between, the Dianas and Britneys and Alyssa Thomases because these rookies are beautiful. They have clout. They have endorsements. They're in commercials. That's it. I know you're upset, Britney, because what commercial could you be in? Huh? What commercial, Britney, besides a DARE program? Other than that, what, Britney? Don't take your frustrations and anger out on Rakia. We love Rakia. We do. Now you shut your pie hole and you stop trying to beat up on everybody. You should be happy. You should be happy you're free. You're playing basketball again. You're making money. How many people you know get out of international jail and make 6 figures a year? You're living a pretty privileged life. You're not getting up every morning clocking in somewhere. You got to come back to America under a president who didn't know what was going on, so he just went along with everything. You won. You came back and you get to play. Not many felons get to make 6 figures playing professional sports. You get to, Britney. You just had a baby that you're a proud father of. upset. You're proud pops. What are you upset about? You shut your pie hole and don't you go beating up on our rookies because you can't have her. She don't want you. Now you cut out all this nonsense. I do. I think there's some deep-rooted issue between these vets like Alyssa Thomas, Britney Griner, because they still wear their shorts really long and baggy and they just walk around humping and hooping. And these new rookies, they're pretty, they're dainty, they're in commercials and they're rich. Britney Griner might be still making payment arrangements on stuff. These rookies are rich. Deal with it. Embrace them. Seriously. That upset me when I saw that. Not Rakia. Not Rakia. We love Rakia. Go beat up someone else. Wasn't she beating up on her wife before? Go beat up on them. Don't you touch Rakia again. They should put her out the league. Seriously, they should put her out the league. All right. Last announcement, but not least. I'll go ahead and play it for you right now.
So today, I am honored to officially announce that we have awarded Portland the 15th WNBA franchise.
The WNBA has announced, I thought I put the picture up here. Guess I didn't. The WNBA has announced another expansion team, and it will be Portland. The WNBA is expanding to Portland, ladies and gentlemen. Does anyone that watch the W360, are you guys near Portland at all? Is anyone near Portland? I'm going to play the announcement one more time.
So today, I am honored to officially announce that we have awarded Portland the 15th WNBA franchise.
Congratulations to the WNBA. I love it. I love it. So happy to see that the WNBA is expanding. This is what, the third expansion team that they have announced. I know that they announced in California, the Valkyries. I know they announced them. Now they announced Portland, and I think they announced one more other team. But shout out to the WNBA, man. Expansion is what we need. The more teams are here, and as these players, the WNBA is going to continue to get better and better, especially as they continue just to wash out these old humping and hooping players. Now you're going to get the hoopers in that just want to play and compete and just be just pretty. You know, the WNBA is changing, and I'm here for it. Toronto. Yes, Toronto, Golden State, and now Portland has been mentioned. Or they've announced that they are expanding to the W. So shout out to the WNBA. I love it. I love it. Please, WNBA, anybody that's watching, if you got any ties to anybody in WNBA, bring a team to Houston. Now, I did read somewhere where they were in the talks of it, but bring a team to Houston. It makes sense. It's the second largest city in the U.S. You can have 2 WNBA teams here in Texas like you do in California. It only makes sense. Bring a team to Houston, okay? Bring a team to Houston. Seriously. Seriously. All right, around the WNBA, guys. So I did announce the playoffs. I'll put that up again if you have joined late. I'll put that up again so you can see the playoffs. So you can see how the playoffs are set off. It is official. Indiana will be facing the Connecticut in the first round. Vegas will take on Seattle. Phoenix will take on Minnesota. And New York will take on Atlanta. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. I predict New York in that series. I think Minnesota is going to beat Phoenix. Vegas is definitely going to beat Seattle. I love Noelle Quinn, but no, I think Vegas is probably going to take that. And I think Indiana can beat Connecticut. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the game, as of now, I know this came out right before my show started. They haven't announced the times yet. But follow me on Twitter. If you are not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at @W360_. Okay? DW360, and it's an underscore. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. We have a good time on Twitter, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I love tweeting back and forth with the community of the W360. We laugh. We have a good time on Twitter. So, yes, make sure you're following me on Twitter. And once the times are announced, I'm predicting they'll probably do like a 3 p.m. type game, but that's competing with the NFL, so I don't know. But we'll see. Around the WNBA, the Aces in Dallas are playing right now. The Aces are up 39-30. In the second quarter, 8:19 left. Chicago lost 54-87. Indiana lost 91-92. Phoenix and Seattle are playing right now. The score is 35-19. Seattle is up with 7:33 in the second quarter. LA Sparks beat Minnesota. They probably didn't play their starters tonight, though. But LA beat Minnesota 68-51. And Atlanta Dream beat New York Liberty 78-67. My goodness, that wasn't a win I was expecting to see. And New York played their starters most of the game. So it's not like, it's not like they set their starters. Other than that, what else is going on? Did I put anything else up here as far as what's going on? I did say, I talked about white Jesus. All right, so that is going to wrap up, guys. Again, make sure if you can support the W360. The merch is now here. Go to shopthew360.com, okay? Shopthew360.com. I have it linked in the bio in the description as well. Get you a Shut Your Pie Holes t-shirt. I have White Jesus merch coming soon, and there's a lot of merch that's going to be coming soon, guys, especially as the season wrap up and going into the college season. We got a lot that's getting ready to happen, guys. This show is not going to stop. Matter of fact, it's just getting started. Okay? So the merch is here. Make sure you shop thew360.com. Okay? Shop thew360.com. Make sure you get you a shirt. Get your mama a shirt, your daddy, if you don't see a size or if it's something else, shoot me an email. Just shoot me an email. Contact the W360@gmail.com or shoot me a DM on Twitter, okay? If you don't see your size or anything like that. But the site is up. The site is up. Tanya says, I got the black one. Hey, Tanya, you got a shirt. I appreciate it. Tanya Williams. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate it. Element Gold says, okay, I'll lower my drug budget to buy some merch if I must. Element Gold, you better leave them drugs alone. You see what happened to Britney. Should we all have drinks to celebrate the win Sunday? Listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm making the announcement. You guys are here. I'm making the announcement. If Indiana Fever goes to the second round of playoffs, I'm going to have a bottle of champagne and we're celebrating together. We're celebrating together. Do you hear me? And I'm telling you guys right now, make sure you come to the show after the game. We're going to have some champagne together and we're celebrating, okay? So I'm telling you now. Lauren says, I bought 2. Thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. CJSoFoolish, Miss Pinky Lee Davis. CJSoFoolish, now that the WNBA has expanded the unrivaled league into song. Yes, celebrating as a family. We are. The Fever go to the second round, guys. We all celebrating as a family. So I'm telling you now, get you a nice, now that show will not be for the kids. All right, the youngest, y'all can't watch that show. We all are celebrating White Jesus carrying her team. I ain't gonna say that joke. A lot of people are sensitive. But we're celebrating White Jesus carrying her team to the second round of the playoffs. We're celebrating as a family, okay? Oh my goodness. FMCJ, can you do a show just on the Unrivaled League? Yeah, I'm going to cover it. I'm covering the Unrivaled League. I'm covering, of course, women's college basketball. I'm going to do a live, and I can't wait to see who you all are rooting for this season for college. Allison Joy says, are we mourning if we lose? You know what? Yes. We all gonna come here and just come together and talk about what a ride this has been this season for White Jesus and the Indiana Fever. But we still got the rest of the playoffs, so absolutely. We're going to celebrate it either way together, guys. Yes. We're going to celebrate as a family either way together, okay? When you get your merch, guys, make sure y'all send me a picture. Send me a picture of you in it. I want to see it. Thank you guys so much. Shop the W360.com, okay? Shop the W360.com. Follow me on Twitter at the W360. Don't forget the _. Until next episode, guys, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy Friday. It's not Friday yet, but happy Friday. Be safe. I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. I can't say it enough. I got the notifications. Some of you have bought the shirts, and I'm so grateful, because I'll be honest, I was kind of scared. I was like, whew. It was, a lot for me. I mean, from the website, you couldn't have told me a couple of months ago I would have a website and selling merch from this show, So I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. I can't thank everyone enough. Even if you can't buy a shirt, thank you for tuning in after the show and just being a part of this community that we're creating right now, So I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. I'm wearing my shirt while watching the playoffs. I know that's right. There you go. All right. Until next episode, guys, take care of yourselves. Peace and